Hey everybody, welcome to the 2024 RSA Conference. I'm joined here today by Vasu Jakkal, who is the CVP for Microsoft Security Business. Vasu, thank you so much for
Oh,
taking the time to be
thank
here.
you for thank you. I love this mic, by the way.
Oh, of course,
Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here with you.
it's a pleasure. So I'm going to be asking Vasu a couple questions about the rapidly evolving cybersecurity industry. I think it's very clear we're at an inflection point. There's so much change, artificial intelligence, more so generative AI becoming a part of all technology company strategy with security. So really excited to ask you a few questions. But before we jump into anything technical, just wanted to ask you, what's your gut reaction? How's RSA been so far for you?
Well, I love RSA Conference and it's been absolutely great. I just feel like once a year, the entire security community gets to be here with each other. There's a sense of belonging, a sense of community. You know how we feel at Microsoft security is a team sport, and it
Definitely.
just comes to life. And so I have loved every part of it, every conversation. There's like this palpable positive energy. Like we get to keep the world a safer place. And when we come together as defenders, that just gets magnified in abundance. So super thrilled, and I love the theme this year of the art of possible. I really love that theme.
Definitely. And I think we're hearing it from everybody that it's such an exciting time. There's so much positive change. There's also things that are concerning and new that we need to be
Yeah.
thinking about. And we'll talk about that in a moment. And the kickoff of the interview I mentioned, we're at this, we're at this point where generative AI, artificial intelligence are being infused into everything from end to end when we talk about cybersecurity. How is artificial intelligence going to play a role in Microsoft's strategy going forward? Are we embracing it completely? Are we taking our time to embrace it? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm a big AI optimist. I absolutely believe that we have one of the most consequential technologies in our hands right now, and we need to take care of it. It comes with a great responsibility. If I step back and look at the challenges that security professionals are dealing with today, it's pretty hard. There's the threat landscape, which is escalating rapidly, is unprecedented from a sophistication standpoint, speed and scale standpoint. We don't have a lot of humans that are doing security. We have a massive talent shortage. We have a fragmented ecosystem, so it doesn't really serve customers well. And then we have a complex regulatory environment right now. And so I'm super bullish that generative AI is going to tilt the balance in favor for defenders. And technologies and tools like Copilot for security, they just simplify the complex. They help you stay ahead of these threats. They give joy to the people who are using it. And we're seeing this in data and results from our customers. So I'm really, really excited about how generative AI finally can break this asymmetry that we've seen in the threat landscape, how it can bring new defenders to the table, like reduce the barriers to entry, how it can make our existing defenders smart and fast and help them get more joy out of their work. So I think we are looking into some incredible possibilities with generative AI in security and across all facets.
I really, really love that answer. I love your optimism. And one of the things that I thought, initially when we entered this generative AI era, I think a lot of folks were nervous. Is this going to replace people's jobs? And you think about the branding. This is a co-pilot. It's not autopilot. It's meant to assist security professionals, SOC analysts. And so I'm equally as excited as you are, and to see what this new era looks like. And I know Microsoft is diving headfirst right into it. So
Yeah, absolutely. And Copilot for security, we are generally available now. We made the pricing model so every single customer can use it. We believe in security for all. And like you, I can't wait to see where it's going to take us.
awesome. I have one last question for you. And I think, Vasu, you are the person of anyone I can meet at this conference and have a couple minutes with that I'd like to ask this question to. And that is, there's a lot of frightening things about artificial intelligence. It's providing a lot of opportunity. It's going to help SOC analysts be more efficient, but the adversaries are also getting access to this, and they're starting to explore and see how they can, in their own motivations, benefit from this new technology. What would you say to those security leaders that are now thinking about how they have to implement this new technology into their strategy? And now that we're entering this AI infused cyber era.
It's a great question because, like we just discussed, generative AI holds great promise for defenders. It's a superpower. And at the same time, we're going to see attackers use generative AI pretty creatively. We are going to see them use new attack surfaces like prompts and LLM models. We're going to see them use AI tools to get more creative at password cracking, phishing, deepfakes.
Yeah.
So we have to build AI very, very responsibly. We have to use AI very, very responsibly. And we think about, at Microsoft, we think about it in a framework of three pillars. So first we start with discover, because to your point, when we don't understand something, we're afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're afraid of it, it creates a lot of anxiety. And that's what we need to break. Like, we need to start with just understanding and education and breaking down the ignorance around it. And for understanding, it starts with helping our customers see what applications their employees are using.
Mm-hmm.
93% of organizations, for our research, said they are using Gen AI in some way. Only 1% of risk leaders feel prepared for the data risk, right? So it's challenging. So when we start with discover and help people understand how AI is being used in their environments, who is using it, how much is it being used, is it risky, is it non-risky, that's great. So that's the first pillar. The second one is about protection. You've got to protect comprehensively. Traditional methods are not going to help protect AI the way it needs to be. So extending zero trust to generative AI, making sure you're taking new attack techniques into your threat modeling, extended threat protection are some examples. And then the last one is governance. On average per day, we are seeing 250 plus regulatory updates. There's new acts on AI. We need to deeply understand that because they're there for a reason. And then we need to help people adapt to that, help them integrate that. And then lastly, as we do this governance and protection, we need to understand data deeply, because data is the fuel for AI. Where's your data? How is it mapped? What is Gen AI using? How do you protect your most sensitive things? So we think in terms of discover, protect, and govern, and we are helping our customers understand the risk and doing everything we can to build AI responsibly.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that comprehensive answer. And you made a comment during one of your pre-day keynotes that artificial intelligence will only go as far as cybersecurity takes it. And we have to be thinking about this new technology with cybersecurity in mind. And it really drives as far as we can go with the innovation here with AI and generative AI specifically. Vasu, just want to thank you so much for your time. This was awesome. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your conference.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Pleasure.
I love my little mic. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.